So today we are going to talk about how to eat out at restaurants and stay on track with your macros. I am someone that loves to eat out at a restaurant at least once a week, whether it's with my boyfriend or my friends or even by myself sometimes. And I want to let you know that if you're someone that enjoys eating out at a restaurant, you're on your fitness journey, and if you're trying to lose weight and you only have a certain number of calories to play with, that it's definitely possible. You may just have to be a little bit more strategic in how you do it. So my first tip is, assuming that you're going out for dinner, I would try to eat lighter during the earlier half of the day. And by no means do I want you to starve yourself. I want you to just try and stretch your calories that you're working with as much as you can. So what that usually looks like for me is if I know that I'm going out for a big dinner in the second half of the day and I am trying to burn some fat and therefore I only have a certain number of calories to eat with, I'm in a caloric deficit. I will try and push my first meal as much as I can, again, without starving myself or feeling like I'm getting lightheaded or anything like that. Don't want you to do that, but I will wake up and I will have a coffee and some water. Now, coffee also naturally suppresses your appetite, but after I feel like I'm finally ready for my first meal, my go-to is usually egg whites with a little bit of cut up spinach and salt and pepper and garlic. And the reason why this is my go-to meal is because egg whites are very, very, very high in protein and very low in calories. And of course, they're great for you, as well as the spinach. I'm getting a little bit of vegetables, and then salt and pepper and garlic is just to taste. And yeah, this is not necessarily going to fill me up as much as a big breakfast would, but of course, you do want to eat a light meal and eat something. Another variation of that could be like a Greek yogurt with a little bit of berries and some chia seeds or something like that. And I would eat that, and then I would try and push my second meal again as much as I can. And my second meal, and I try to be strategic here, and this is just what I do, is a green juice. Now, I used to have a lot of salads, again, when trying to burn fat, but I found that I actually really enjoyed just drinking a green juice. And so what my green juice usually looks like is I will buy a bunch of vegetables, and I always keep vegetables in my fridge, and I will cut up some kale and spinach and some mixed greens and some carrots, celery, and cucumber. I will throw it in a blender. I'll add a little bit of orange juice so that it's not so much of a green flavor. It tastes a little bit better. I will add some lemon juice. Again, it kind of cuts through the green flavor as well. Some ginger as well, because it makes it really like kind of spicy, and it cuts through the green flavor as well. I will add some cinnamon and turmeric. I will add my fiber supplement. And so this green juice is like a whole day's worth of nutrients. And so that's, in my mind, makes up for the fact that I'm sort of pushing my calories. And perhaps I will be indulging in the later half of the day. I can rest assured that my first meal, again, that egg whites or Greek yogurt, was packed with protein and was a modest amount of calories. And then the green juice is going to provide me with a ton of nutrients. And then the third meal, again, like let's say you are having your dinner later in the day at like 8:30 p.m. or something like that, then if you need a third small meal or snack, you could have a snack. So you could have almonds or rice cakes or air pop popcorn or Greek yogurt if you didn't have that already, or something like that. But if you need another kind of meal idea, something on the go, something easy, something light, you could do a scoop or two of protein powder. You could add some water. You could add some oat milk, almond milk, or regular milk. You could throw in a banana and blend it up. Again, the more you're adding, the more calories you're adding. But I guess I've given you four ideas now: your egg whites, your Greek yogurt, your protein shake or protein powder in water or milk, and a green juice, if I didn't mention that already. So those are the four things that I would have throughout the day personally. Again, there are a million other options that I'm sure that you know that you can play with that are good to have for the first half of the day. Now, when you get to the restaurant, what I would usually do is I like to scan the menu and I like to look for something high in protein. So an example that's something maybe that's not high in protein is like, and I will still indulge in this if I want, but like a pizza won't have a whole lot of protein. It's going to be a lot of carbs, the bread and fat, like the cheese and things like that. And the sauce and, toppings won't have too much, and we'll typically look for something high in protein, like a steak or something that has a chicken breast. For you, if you don't like steak or chicken, you could have tofu or salmon or some other kind of fish or turkey or things like that, as well as looking for a side of vegetables. Now, prioritizing vegetables also might look like getting the salad over the fries. So again, just trying to look at the menu and knowing what foods are high in protein, as well as looking for vegetables, and try and order that over something like a, pita bread with spinach dip is just going to be carbs, or a pizza or nachos or something that's just really high in carbs and fat. Again, you can totally enjoy those things and you have a higher chance at enjoying those things and staying in your calories and your protein macros if you ate, like I suggested earlier, getting a high protein breakfast, having the green juice, and then having the protein powder is going to actually enable you to have a lot of carbs and fat to play with in the second half of the day. So you should be able to actually order that pizza or the nachos guilt free without feeling like you're not going to hit your macros for the day. Now, my third tip is to order your sauces on the side and don't hesitate to ask for substitutions. You're not being rude. You are the paying customer. So your waiter or waitress, your server should, indulge you in adding the sauces on the side or making any substitutions. So that could be a lettuce wrap instead of a hamburger wrap. That could be the salad instead of the fries. So just trying to look for any substitutions where you can add protein or make a dish healthier, and just again not hesitating to ask for that. And then if you're having any meals that have sauces that are built in, asking for the sauce on the side so that you can so because sometimes they just like soak your food in sauce, right? So if that's the case, then it's kind of hard to undo that. But if your sauce is on the side, then you can add as little or as much as you want. Now, my last tip is to do your best with tracking. So before we even talk about tracking, if you're out with friends and you want this fitness journey to be sustainable, and you're already having a hard time because your life is so busy and you're getting your workouts in, you're meal prepping, and then you want to go to a restaurant and you're like, you just want a moment to relax, don't worry about tracking then and there. What I might suggest then is to just take a photo of your food really quickly if you don't want to make it a big deal of it. Like, a lot of people take photos of their food already, so you can like take a photo. Oh, I'm just taking this photo for Instagram or whatever. Take your photo, take a video of the whole table, and then you can track later if you want to track then, or if you want to track later. Again, MyFitnessPal does contain a lot of the restaurants and menu items from restaurants. So even if the restaurant is a small chain, a mom and pop store, restaurant, whatever, don't hesitate to try actually searching the name of the restaurant and the menu item in MyFitnessPal. You never know, it might be there. And sometimes MyFitnessPal is intuitive, and if it's not there, it will kind of know what you're talking about and it will suggest, results that are similar to what you were looking for. But if not, if you're at a restaurant, it's just like in the middle of nowhere, it's definitely not on MyFitnessPal, and you've ordered, you've taken my tip previously and you're prioritizing protein, you're getting vegetables. So maybe you're getting a chicken Caesar salad, or you're getting steak, it looks like a 6-ounce steak, and you've got some vegetables on the side, mashed potato or fries or salad. Just try to input each individual ingredient and do the best you can. I'm assuming that if you're in this program, you're not eating at restaurants a majority of the time. So this is going to be a once in a while thing. So even if this meal isn't so accurate, that's totally fine. Again, doing the best you can. Like, I want you to do the best that you can and then just like forget about it. Like, I enjoyed this meal. I did the best I could with my tracking. I did the best I could with prioritizing protein and getting vegetables. I put it into MyFitnessPal. I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm going to move on, and I'm just going to worry about the next meal. So that is all. I'm going to keep this video to under 10 minutes. If you have any questions about how to eat out at restaurants and staying on track with your macros beyond these tips that I've shared with you, please don't hesitate to send me a message on Instagram or ask me in your next check-in, and I will help you out. Hope you have a great rest of your day.